Guess who's back?
You're now listening to Unapologetic, the podcast, with your two hosts, Trey and Reg, discussing any and everything unfiltered.
All right, what's up? What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Unapologetic, the podcast. Y'all know who it is. Trey, Reg, we back for another episode. We got a special guest. This lady is special to me. She was you my mentor? I know you I turtle under you as a drill sergeant. I learned everything I knew being a drill sergeant from you. Artessa. She's been trying to get on for a little bit now. We talked about it.
For a minute. I've been following y'all. I'm saying I'm a fan already. I'm a fan.
Thanks, appreciate it.
When I went to Chapel Hill, you mentioned about it. We talked a couple times about it, but yeah, everything in due time it works. But how are you, ma'am?
I'm good, Reggie. I appreciate you and Dre having me on. I can't wait to see what we're gonna talk about. Let's get doing. What's good? What we gonna talk about?
So tell the people a little bit about yourself. If you want them to find you on social media or wherever they can find you, all that good stuff. If not, then you can leave all that out. But you give us a little backdrop about yourself, just quick.
Well, my name's Artessa. Military 20 years, but now I'm at the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill.
Hold on.
Always a great day to be a Tar Heel baby. But other than that, I'm just, I have a daughter. Very happy to put that out. I think
cute as hell.
I'm telling you. And
her Ramsey don't get down, Dre. She don't like Ramsey.
Oh no.
No, she do not like Ramsey.
Oh, no.
But always looking for him at the games with be running.
Oh yeah. She be watching him. The whole time she was like making sure she knew where he was.
Yeah. But yeah, and just doing my thing. Finally at a place where, I whatever's left with what, the rest of my life it's kind of great to be at a great place where you can just do what you want to do.
Okay.
So that's where I'm at. And
you are a senior at the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, right?
Senior, class of the 2-3, baby.
Okay. What do you see yourself doing after you graduate?
Well, you already know. I have a nonprofit that I'm doing. The first 20 years I had to do what I had to do. So now I want to do what I want to do, and my passion is to help people, and especially my heart is with the community. Our community. So we're going in our 5th year now. It's called With God Crew Incorporated, and what we do is we go out into the communities, and we in the hood, we in the projects. We go down there. We not scared. We was there when before, so it's nothing. And we go and we just give away free things, free food, free clothes, free jackets, free toys, all of that, and just feed the people, have a good time, and let them know. It's one of the things, with us, we make sure that we stand on the 5 pillars of, aid, resources, education, motivation. And for those who want salvation, they can have that as well. We don't push that on anybody, but we got to make sure that we get our community educated. And it starts with, I feel like, financial literacy. So it's not with, pressuring them or saying, hey, we'll give you a package if you give us a couple of dollars. It's not about that. We're doing everything for free because we gotta close this economic gap. This social economic gap is so wide, and we gotta do the work. And for those like us that's already got it, we need to be turning around and reaching back and giving it to them. So that's what we.
I second that. So social media, you want anybody to look you up? Or, well, I guess they should, because they can actually look up the organization. Well, you can plug the organization if you want.
Okay, well, good. Yeah, because we're at www.withgodcrew.com. You can reach us on our website, as well as you can reach us on Facebook at With God Crew, INC, WGC. You can hit us up on there. And if you want to be a part of the crew, be a part of the crew. Come help out.
Okay. You know what? If I get the chance to go up there, I'm gonna do some work, which I gotta find out when y'all doing some stuff. Yeah, I get it, because I don't got nothing going on.
I appreciate that. We need a lot of strong black men too. Yeah. We need a lot of strong black men, because that's one of our pillars that we're getting ready to go into, is that we're getting ready to bring the black men and put them back. Not to say that they're not in their place already, but we need a little extra push. You know, I'm big about the strong Black woman. I think we got that down pat right now. But I think it's more, we need to put more effort and making sure these young Black men see grown Black men doing great things so that they can have something to aspire to. It's all good to have the Black woman and seeing the Black woman do all of that. But I truly believe that they need to see someone who's like them, that looks like them, and that is them, doing what they want to be. And that's what we're trying to do. So I would love to have you guys, especially you, both of y'all, really, you, Dre, too, as well.
Well, I mean, you know, anytime we in the area, I mean, it's easy to look you up. Dre is in that area more often than me, because of course that's home. And of course Winston ain't too far. So
okay. I'm gonna hold you to it. See, now you on record, so I'm
on record. So we can get it when listen, I can make time for a lot of things. We gonna make something happen. Absolutely.
I bet.
Dre, what's up with you?
Man, what's going on, bro? You know, sitting here in undisclosed location, I'll say that, trying to get some training in, man, and get some get the chips going, man. Keep the chips in my pocket, setting up for life after this term. So I'll be for next week's getting to it, getting it in, man. And you know, besides that, well, what happened to me this weekend, man? I ain't even tell you, somebody broke into my dang truck. Yeah, man. Bust my windows out, took my little Jordan. Said, God, listen, listen, man.
That's the second time your truck been broken in since I know you.
Yeah. So these knuckleheads, they take the cool gray 11s, right? Oh, that's fine. That's fine. They take the Space Jam 11s, right? That's fine. They take the UNC 4s. That's fine. I got 2 pairs. Not a problem. These fools leave my products and leave my Louis V shades.
So you know some young boys.
Yeah, no question about it.
Yeah, they just wanted some Jordans.
Listen, if you would have just waited, you know how we get. You just would have waited, I probably would have gave you the shoe. The true statement. Really, I probably would have, man. You can have these shoes, dog. I don't care about the shoes. But besides that, dog, everything's all right, man. You know, inconvenience was the worst part about it. Having to ride up 95 or ride down 95 with cardboard and trash bag on the window. We back together now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey.
Other than that, bro, I'm good, man.
Hey, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that.
That's a tragedy right there.
I'm doing pretty good. Actually, I got a conversation we can have briefly. Because a couple people, messaged me today and had an issue with me. Well, not really an issue with me, with an issue, the fact that they didn't know much about me taking a mental health hiatus or break. I left when I was gone for about 2-3 weeks, maybe. I left Augusta, did a little traveling, but I didn't know I had to check in with nobody or tell nobody about it. I thought I was gone, and me and Dre talked about it. I talked to my mom about it, but there wasn't a lot of specifics I told any and everybody, but I feel like the people that probably needed to know the majority of what was going on knew, so that's how I feel about it. But it's just the fact that I think that I'm realizing that there are people out there that I guess feel like you have do something like that. You have to check in, and let them know, hey, I'm taking a mental break. One of them said, man, you weren't taking too much of a break. You were still on Facebook. And I'm like, you can turn Facebook off and on.
Yeah, I don't understand. Was it a girl? Was these? This is a love interest or what? What was this?
No, it wasn't a love interest. It was it was about 3 people today. It was two guys, one of and then a female, a woman. Female don't bother you, do it?
No, why you?
Okay, I'm just because that's a term that there are women that don't like to be called females. They don't like the term or being referenced as female.
Oh, okay, yeah, I understand that. I'm good.
We got to make sure.
I'm definitely team female.
But yeah, that was very interesting to me. I'm like, no, when it was said, I thought it was in joke, and I was like, I took me a little mental health break, a little hiatus. Well, you didn't say much to me about it. I'm like, hold on now. I had to catch myself from not being, ugly. Cause I'm like, well, hold on. First of all, I'm over 40.
Really?
I had to check with nobody. Last time I checked, I don't know. But I mean, and the crazy thing is, I didn't like cut myself off from the world.
No,
because I still talked to Dre. You know what I'm saying? But it was people that didn't reach out to me. And I guess it's because, they didn't hear from me or I didn't reach out to them. It was, an issue. But, that was a part of it for me. Like, I'm just cool.
Well, do you talk to them all the time? I mean, is this something like these are people that you talk to on an everyday basis, or what is this?
Enough, but I talk to Dre on a day-to-day basis just about it. We ain't talk, the whole time. Even though, during that time, he had things going on. I had things going on as well, as far as, people close to us going through tragedies and, everything else. So, I mean, I don't know. Was
it the issue that you were going, or was it the issue that you took a mental health day?
That's a good question. It's probably, I don't know. I think maybe the issue that I was going and I didn't, the full detail, like nothing was disclosed, or I don't know.
No, nobody got time for that. Nobody got time for that.
It sounded like they upset that they weren't in the know.
Yeah.
That's what it sounded like.
Okay.
That's what it sounded like to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever, get over it.
Yeah, absolutely. But you know what though, y'all, for real, I think that's a good thing though. Sometimes. Sometimes, because I mean, we always complain in a nutshell. We always complain, oh, well, don't nobody really care about me. You know, I'm always there for other people, but people don't be there for me. And then,
right.
But then when you do have certain people that be like, what's up? Maybe the approach wasn't good on how they maybe to you about it, but at the root of it, they cared that you was gone and you didn't tell them. Right. I don't know, maybe cup half full for me.
Yeah, it is. I mean, and that is the optimistic, pessimistic way of looking at it. Is, I mean, very true, very true. But I do. So I feel it is the approach that could work better. But also knowing that because I give Dre his space at times too, when he's going through things, and I do feel like, I'll check up on him.
Right.
But, and I'll never force him to talk to me. I mean, when he want to talk to me about something that's going on, how to talk to me, where to talk to me. If he tell me he got something going on, I'll let him know, hey, look, I'm here for you.
Well, you know what, Reggie, I think a lot of times, especially, I won't say with me, and I think it's with anybody. A lot of times people just want you to be able to recognize the signs and know how to respond to you. So I think instead of maybe, I can't speak for you, but instead of maybe being like, well, why you didn't tell me you were on, maybe the question should have been more so, well, how are you doing? Did you get what you wanted to get out of the hiatus?
True. Right.
I think, and I think sometimes when people don't come with that approach, it gives you irritation already. Like, why are you checking up on me?
Yeah.
Because they didn't come with the right approach. Which should have been the energy should have been in, are you okay? Are you good? Did you get out what you got out of? But instead it was like, why you didn't tell me you was gone? Like, Aunt, you on the wrong, wrong. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I don't think you start throwing stuff back in people's lap either. As soon as like if I do say I come, I did a mental health break or whatever else, as soon as I come back, I'm chilling, I don't think you right away like, hey man, blah 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 happened, blah 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 happened. I'm like, you like, damn, I just recharged my battery, and all of a sudden, like, as soon as I get back, like not even 24 hours later, you telling me about a death, and then you had you got in a car accident, and they thought your leg had to be amputated, but it didn't, and everything else. And I'm just like, like, hold on, let me get myself together. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, not saying that happened, but I do like, I get a lot of that, man. Like it's some stuff happened since you was gone or you was out. Yeah, I got my family, something happened, and this happened, and that happened, and then I had have an emergency surgery, and they took my appendix out, and I'm like, okay, all right, let me get it together. But anyway, let's talk.
I'll ask you this though before we go. But it was good though.
Yeah. I had a great time. I got away, enjoyed life, and a change of weather here and some weather in there. I was on the West Coast. I told Dre this last week. The East Coast is for me. I don't think West Coast ain't for me. There ain't nothing on the West Coast I want to be on.
I thought I was the only one.
Yeah, not to live now.
Yeah,
cool.
Visiting, not everything is nice, but I just felt like I was so much behind the world, because like when if I woke up at 7, it's already like 10 o'clock. It feel like things are going on because I like to sleep in, so I think my day goes off of like ESPN, First Take, Get Up, and all the other stuff. So I wake up at 8 o'clock, and hell, First Take is almost about to go off in an hour. I'm like, hey, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Half the day is already gone. All them telemarketers already been blowing your phone up. Your family that's on the East Coast, they blowing your phone up. So I'm like, man, like I might have to put this phone on a silent or do not disturb or something just to, but yeah. But let's get it. We're gonna talk a little sports. For those that watch the show, y'all know what that sound means, and it's in the time description for our lady listeners that don't actually do sports. Y'all can skip forward. So this report came out just recently, probably within the last couple hours. Actually, it was 2 different ones about Ja Morant. One of them was he's been accused of punching a 17-year-old boy 12 to 13 times and flashing a gun at him during a pickup basketball game last summer. And this is according to police reports that has been obtained. Yeah.
Not Ja.
Yeah. But so this ain't I mean, Dre dropped out, but this is it's his Wi-Fi. He'll be back in. But yeah, I mean, it was interesting to me.
Like y'all know that these reports are true. We talking about Ja Morant.
Yeah, I mean, if you've been following the last couple of months, it seems like on brand with what's been going on, but I mean, this is from a actual police report that's been obtained. So along with that, also, and Dre's already up to speed of this. He can just catch up when you jump on. But so there's also another incident to where, and this is in the same last summer, that his mother called him after having an argument with a Finish Line employee. So she called him. He went to the mall with about 9 of his friends. And I guess to confront, whoever the guy was or lady was that worked at foot at the shoe store, he was stopped by the mall security. They had somebody in his entourage or camp had an interaction with the mall security. I guess mushed him in the head. The security called the police. Ja pointed at him and said something to the effect of, "Let me find out what time he get off." And whatever, something like that. So that's 2 incidents that happened happened last summer.
Okay, so now we habitual.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What you think, Dre? What you think, Dre?
So I heard about the 12-year-old kid, or how old he was, 17, whatever he was. I heard about that about a month ago. It came out. Man, listen, we already spoke on Ja Morant and what he got going on. Guess what? All 3 of us are Carolinians, right? So we understand. We all 3 understand that coming from where we come from, that you do have to have some sort of grit, right?
Right.
So, but that's about as far as it goes with me, as far as giving him a pass. Brother, you in a different tax bracket. You're in a place, you're the top 1% of the country. Carry yourself accordingly, act accordingly. You can't be caught up in, I'm not saying talk disrespect. I'm saying you gotta know when to hold and when to fold. That's what I'm talking about. And both of these incidents, man, whether your mom's honor or whatever you want to call it. All right, I get it. I understand that, because at the end of the day, we all know that people don't play about their moms. Period, point blank.
No, for real.
Okay, it is what it is.
No,
but still,
for real.
You gotta Yeah, you're about to play about. Yeah, I'm about to play about your mom. So I understand that. However, you are the breadwinner.
Mm-hmm.
You are under the microscope. You will not be able to go under the. You will not be able to go anywhere unnoticed. You John Morant. You are the future of the NBA. You are a man today.
Yeah.
You have to carry yourself accordingly. And now he's not doing that.
No.
But here's my question: How old is y'all for real?
23.
Okay, here we go.
23 is up.
Oh, here we go. All right, I want everybody on here to take themselves back to their 23-year-old self.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
100%.
With or without money.
Mm-hmm.
Money don't change nothing. Money don't change nothing. Your mentality and the way that you handle situations and the way that your maturity, you're at your maturity level. It ain't there. You're for the most part. I'm not saying everybody at 23 is not their level of maturity is not there, but for the most part, I would think that a lot of people are emotional based driven, right? And we said something happened with his mom.
True. Okay, I can agree with that.
And I will, and like we got to put it in perspective of his environment too. I'm not saying it's okay, but I'm pretty sure he was the top ball player in his elementary school, his middle school, his high school. So what comes with that? That comes with all types of people, giving him what he wants. He's been in a lifestyle of, just kind of just being Ja.
Mm-hmm.
So as a young man, when you can do what you want, you can move the way you want, and you're still young. You're making those mistakes at 23. I'm not saying it's good. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, you know what I'm tired of? I'm tired of us when our Black men make mistakes at those ages, we not giving them grace. I'm tired of that. Now, I'm not saying give them so much grace to where we out here killing people and we sticking up people and we mm-hmm. but life does happen, and it takes time for you to get to a level where you're not. Everybody can't be a LeBron. Everybody can't be 23 and have it all the way together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
agreed. But what do you do? What do you do when at the end of the day? I agree with everything you just said. Right? Mm-hmm. However, it's not. He's in a different place. Again, like I said, he's the breadwinner for his entire family. So when it comes down to it, no, the maturity is not there. You are absolutely right. But the same type of, or the same people that are around him that supposedly got his back, you can also be some people around him that can guide him and direct him into the right direction, understanding that his brand is everything. So that's why I'm like, all right, well, you got some goons from Sumter, right? Yeah, they're gonna ride. Okay,
there's some goons in Sumter. Yes,
it's plenty. but where are the positive people? And hey, Ja, hey, I get it, I understand it, bro. Back up. Get it. I get it. You're mad. You're upset. Sit this one out.
No, seriously.
We're talking about the potential face of the NBA.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
A global.
I'm definitely with you on that.
So I give him grace for being a young bro. I give him grace, but at some point in that seat, you got to grow up, and you will be held accountable when it's happening right now.
I think he's been in the NBA long enough to where he's been in the spotlight long enough to at least have some kind of awareness to know that he has a target on his back too. Mm-hmm. That everybody don't have your best interest in mind, and you're going to be poked at. You're going to be proud of that. You're going to go to the basketball court and somebody, you're John Morant, somebody score on you. It's going to be some trash talking. It's going to be, but I knew, and we're all different. I'm pretty sure all of us here knew at 23, because at 23, I think all of us were somewhere close to being in the Army.
Yeah, definitely.
I was in.
Definitely.
Not to, we wasn't outside fighting high schoolers.
No, we were too busy out there fighting wars. That's what we was doing.
Well, yeah.
Talk about it.
Yeah, no, that's real fast.
But yeah. So the one thing, the one specific part outside of him hitting on that kid that really stood out to me is that like you said, no one wants don't mess with my mom. But the fact that your mom is making this call to you, it kind of almost like, okay, what should he do? Should he go to the mall and start? You know what I'm saying? Why is she making this call and telling him? Being that he, like Dre said, being that he is the breadwinner. So I don't think mom should be putting you in that situation either.
She shouldn't. She wasn't thinking. But then we also know we can't sit here and play the role like we don't know. Like when we get a little money, even us, it's plenty of people on here that's gonna listen to this and us that got we ain't got millions, but we got a couple of dollars, and we still got family members that will make wrong decisions and have us in the middle of something that we ain't got no business. And a lot of us are breadwinners for our family. A lot of us are the it person in our family.
You're right about that.
So, but they still will call you because here's the thing. In Ja Morant's situation, and just like in a lot of situations with these young Black men who are playing ball or going professional, there's no rule book to how they supposed to do it. See, at least we got a manual, and at least we got rules and regulations on how to do the Army. They don't have that. They're just out there freelancing. And guess what? Y'all coming out the hood. So guess what? Your family members, your mama, your uncle, your daddy, they all got that hood mentality. Still, you know what I'm saying? They don't understand how different their life is and how they should act accordingly. So mama gonna still call him, but it's gonna be through trial and error. But I guess my question is, where are the LeBrons and I'm not calling out LeBron, because LeBron, I love you. I would never do that to you. If you ever see this, LeBron, I love you. I'm not doing that. What I'm trying to say is, as far as mentorship, right? Where's the mentorship program within the NBA? Where's the mentorship program in the NBA? And to say, if it's your first 5 years, you need to link up with a veteran, and he needs to show you and tell you exactly what you need to be. It goes back to what Dre said. There should have been one guy at least in the squad to say, okay, if anything pop off, you call me, put me on payroll. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe I even take us $5,000 a month. You know what I'm saying? That ain't much to a millionaire.
Right.
I take $5,000 a month if anything pop off, because there's some goons out there that need a job. And they would love to be goons. They love to be goons. So you get them $5,000, say, hey, bro, call me. Anything pop off, I got you. I'll take that charge for you, whatever you need for me to do. I'm just saying what I'm saying. I'm just saying what I'm saying. We need to put these type of things in place. I think he'll be fine. I agree with Dre on that.
To move on, we are trending upward, the Tar Heels. We have the big game Saturday. We can talk about it real quick. Our thoughts. I guess we can make predictions. I don't know if I want to, but we can talk about it real quick.
Chester, the floor is yours.
Oh yeah, you are there. You are our correspondent, on ground correspondent.
Y'all are something else, y'all. You know what? I'm gonna tell y'all. Listen, when I tell you campus is lit this week. They giving out all kinds. Look, I got my little thing on. They giving out free t-shirts, the beat Duke t-shirts, and all of that. So the vibe and the energy is there. However, people are concerned. The consensus, people are concerned. However, from when I've been talking to different people throughout class, and also I was getting ready to say cadre, you look, going back to the military. And also professors and staff and everything, even from the people who work in Lenore Dining Hall, right? Everybody is saying that right now, and I want to see if y'all agree, is that we're on an uphill. Okay, we had some hard times or whatever. Are we where we need to be? We want to be? No. Is it dire straight times? Yes. Is this Duke game a rival game? Yes, but is it more than a rival game so that we can get into March Madness? Yes, it's bigger than that. So a lot of people are on edge. We are on edge. I'm pretty sure you guys are on edge. about what's going on Saturday. And all I'm going to say, and I'm going to leave it to this, don't call me. The game is on. Don't text me. Don't do nothing because I'm dialed in and I'm trying to see what they going to do. But my question is to you, Reggie and Dre, what is going on in the locker room? There was something going on behind closed doors, guys. And I need y'all to tell me. Y'all the guys, y'all need to tell me.
You apparently you should know. You right there. They said it had something to do with Deja Kelly.
Oh, we did.
See,
so you don't know. Not a problem. I can take over. So a couple of weeks ago, reports came out, that apparently, R.J. Davis and Miss Kelly, if you will, were have been dating for a while, right? I don't know if R.J. did something wrong. He did something he wasn't supposed to do, but it was the big payback, and the big payback included Caleb.
I should have known. That sound about right. Yo, I promise on everything I love. I was watching. I forget what game it was. What was the game that we lost right before Virginia?
NC State.
Really, y'all? NC State. When we ever lose NC? Where they do that at? No, I done got upset. Where they do that at? Did y'all see? Did y'all see that there was no love on that court?
No.
When RJ, when the lineup was what? It was RJ, it was Caleb, whoever. And Lance, I love Lance. I do. I need Lance to get. Lance shows up when Lance shows up, but is it just
Lance.
me? I need.
Larry Nance.
I call him Lance. I don't know.
Nance.
But you know what I'm talking about.
He might as well be Lance because he ain't playing like a Nance.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, like, okay, but I gotta give him credit. When he show up, he shows up.
The last 2 to 3 games.
Big time because we wouldn't have been what we was in Virginia without him. Okay. Yeah. But you could just tell, but going back to what I was saying, you could just tell the chemistry was off. And immediately I said, what is going on? My first question was, what is going on in the locker room?
Uh-huh.
I didn't know that what y'all just said. Y'all done got me with that. Where y'all get that from? How you know that, Dre?
The blogs and school blogs. I read it at. It was in the school blog, in the Tar Heel blogs. It was in
all over. Yeah, it's all over.
Yeah, all over Twitter. Yeah.
You go to class tomorrow, ask somebody about it. I bet they'll be able to tell you.
Yeah.
So wait a minute, he smashed?
Supposedly, that's what they said. Allegedly, yeah.
A few days after that, they came out and Caleb posted a picture on IG. He and RJ and saying there was no smoke, and then we went out and got our ass cut again.
Yeah.
And that's when Baycock supposedly had a players only meeting.
Yeah.
And let them boys know, hey, if you ain't gonna come in here and play hard and do what you're supposed to do, come Thursday practice and get the hell on.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
Right. So
I didn't know that, Dre. Dang.
Yeah. But to answer your question, man, this is what I think. I agree with everything Arteta said, man. It is, it's we need this one. Right? Yeah, it's Duke. But honestly, now that you said that, Arteta, I haven't even been like my blood isn't even boiling because we're playing Duke. I'm really chewing my fingernails because like we gotta have this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I haven't even been thinking about the rivalry. Yeah, I think about it because but at the end of the day, it's like, no, we got to have this game.
It's real NIT-ish if we don't.
Yeah, it is. And man, how we beat up on Virginia. I expected to beat Virginia. I did. I didn't know that we would spank them like we did.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't expect that. But for people don't know, also too, maybe the stars align, but Virginia is not doing very well right now anyway.
No.
Right. So it's the perfect storm. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then going into Florida State, we jumped on them. But Florida State is also coming off a game where they came back from 27.
Yep.
So
it's Miami.
So you're right, against Miami. So they got the rally bug in them. You know what I mean? But we beat them handily, right? Mm-hmm. Regardless of what the score says. Bottom line is this, guys: we have to win Saturday. We have to put up a great performance Saturday, and I don't even know if that's going to be enough.
Right.
I think we got to make the second round of the AC tournament at least to say, okay, we're good, we're solid. They're playing good ball though.
Yeah.
They played good ball the past 2. Turnovers in Florida State.
Oh my God,
that was a bit much. It's a bit much. But going into Saturday,
Reggie stressed. He's stressed.
Yeah, man.
He's
I'm just talking about it.
Nah, y'all stupid.
Yeah. So and you know, just to piggyback on what Dre said, and even with that, because Duke, like it or not, is looking very good right now.
Like it or not, Duke got their stuff together.
Yeah,
you got to give it what it is. They got their stuff together. Them freshmen, please.
If not for a bad December, Duke would be a top 15 ranked team right now. If not for a bad December, they are 21, 22, and 8 right now. They undefeated at Cameron. I mean, they looking like a Duke team, and we're not looking like a Carolina team as much as we should. So it's some cause. We just got to keep them off the glass. They hurt us on the glass last time, and that really, and it wasn't like it was a close game for the most part. And you know, hopefully we beat them.
Hopefully. I think. Go ahead, Dre.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
I think I just hope with the energy in the room. We at the house.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna speak. I'm speaking positivity. Okay.
Okay.
Y'all, we have to be. We got to be in the game in March. We got to.
Yeah.
That's the Carolina way. We don't do NIT. We don't do none of that. That's craziness, foolishness. That's blasphemous. We don't do that. Mm-hmm. We don't do that at Carolina. No. So we got to get something together. But you know who my heart goes out to, Dre, Reggie? It goes out to Mr. Coach Davis. Okay? That's who my heart goes out to.
Tell me more. Because he's on the hot seat for me.
He's definitely on the hot seat for me.
Y'all wrong for that. Y'all wrong for that. And y'all are wrong for that. And I'm going to tell you straight up, y'all wrong for that. And I'm going to put it in, just hear me out, and I'm going to put it in perspective. Okay? First of all, let's talk about it. This is second year, guys. Mm-hmm. Second year.
Yeah.
Second year. First of all, let's go back. First year. He took us, all the way, the whole state of North Carolina. He took everybody on his back, team 2, the school 2, you 2, and everybody else on here. He took us all the way to the big game, his first year. Who does that? Where they do that? That's not normal. But guess what? Y'all spoiled.
Yeah, I will admit that. I won't
deny that.
But if you look at statistics of a coach, usually a coach does not make it into these type of big games. And if we're doing well, I'm talking about, you say 4th. I was gonna say 5th or 6th year.
Let me stop you real quick though.
Of expectation. But
let me stop you real quick. If it wasn't for that Final Four run, what would we be saying about that season though?
Trash.
Yeah. And it wouldn't be because we didn't make it to the Final Four. It would be because we was 21-12, 21-10. We didn't have a good record.
I would tell you this, and this is what gives me hope, guys. You know, I'm always the positive, okay? I'm always on the positive side. This is what gives me hope. Now we're a little bit farther along than what we were last year.
No, we regressed.
But what I'm saying, we're farther along as far as being worse. That's what I'm trying to talk about. But there was a time where late in the season last year, we about had the same record, if y'all remember. Let's not forget that.
Yeah.
And we had 2 more wins than what we do now. We had 2 more
wins. Yes, sir. And here's the thing. I don't know what happened, but something happened, and then all of a sudden we clicked, and then we were off to the races. But it didn't look good at the beginning of last year. It didn't. It didn't look good.
No, it did not.
So I'm gonna ask you this question, then we could get up out of here off this one. What does it take for Hubert Davis next year, or moving forward?
First of all, everybody can say what they want to say, but we need another Manic.
Good luck. I like that one though, and we do. We do. I'm with
Drake crazy.
I'm with you.
Real, We do. You can say what you want to say about that white boy. Let me tell you something. We need someone with that type of energy, somebody that we can count on. He was consistent. You know what I'm saying? Now, every now and then he may have had a bad time, but it wasn't more. He didn't make it a habit.
Not like Nance.
And he exactly with Nance. You already know with Nance, you can kind of look at the first kind of probably like the first 6 minutes, and you can already know what Nance gonna do. If Nance gonna show up, if he ain't, if he ain't came in, don't even worry about him. He's out. But with Manic, even if Manic wasn't getting it together in the beginning, you could count on him. He's gonna show up at some point in time. Yeah. And he was that reliever. He was that reliever for our big guy in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Because let's keep it real. Love him to death. I do. Injury prone.
Yeah.
Oh, Baycott.
Yeah.
He's injury prone.
This Nate whoop his ass though.
Let's talk about the fouls. He gets emotional sometimes. Yeah. When it comes to the
he takes ass whoopings though.
Huh?
He takes ass whoopings though.
He does, but
he's a big boy. He take a lot of beatings.
He does
for them injuries.
He does, but like he's got a big responsibility too. You know, the refs are not going to call certain things on him because he's big like that. And he's got to be not so quick to retaliate and get his feelings, and do those things that they're looking for him to do, especially in those big games.
100%.
Yeah, because he was in a lot of foul trouble the last game against against Florida State. And we can't have that against Duke.
And I'll leave it with this. And the only thing is that once he gets in trouble, it's kind of like, well, who do we have left? Because if Caleb Love jump shot ain't popping, it's kind of like,
yeah.
RJ can only do so much. Man, it's like,
yeah, I don't know. But all right,
you got sad.
So reports are that this is allegedly Kanye and Adidas are working on some terms. Okay. Don't know if it's true or not. It's allegedly.
That's what they say.
That's what they say. Where do y'all stand on this?
Well, I'll go with this one, man. So if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They try to put out 350s, right? Without the Yeezy stamp on it. Mm-hmm. It went to dog shit. All right.
Yeah.
What are they down like 4 billion or something like that?
Yeah, they said they was down some billions.
Yeah, something crazy like that. So at the end of the day, it lets you know who is who amongst how much our culture, and regardless of what you want to say or not, regardless of the antics that this man has performed, you know what I mean? He's still a part of the culture, dog.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's a game changer.
Absolutely.
Okay. So, I mean, he got us wearing Adidas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I don't even wear Adidas. That's the first pair of Adidas I ever wore.
See what I'm saying? So he's a game changer. So you know what? These guys in corporate America, I don't need to say what their ethnic background is because we all know. So these guys in corporate America, they understand. Like at the end of the day, motherfucker, you need us. Period.
The black dollar. The black dollar.
You need us. And this is just this is a prime example of it, man.
Absolutely. That black dollar. So do y'all think they need Kanye more than Kanye needs them?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Should he negotiate with him and
he should beat the brakes off them in the boardroom. When I tell you renegotiate the whole contracts and start all over again.
Yeah.
And then when we're talking about creative control and all of that stuff, if he didn't have it before, he should have it now. And I'm talking about 100%. Don't ask me a question. Don't send not one rep up in here about any type of design of shoe or anything that I want to do or any of that. Because he has shown them. But this is the thing. Y'all might not like what I'm getting ready to say, but it is because we unapologetic.
You're absolutely right.
I love Kanye.
Okay.
I do. I do. Do I agree with Kanye 100%? No, I do not. Do I love Kanye? I do. I do. I love me some Kanye West. Okay.
Tell us why, though.
Huh?
Tell us why.
Well, here's the reason. The reason why is because I'm the type of person that I love to allow people to be people.
All right. Yeah. Unapologetic.
And I do. And I don't understand why we have now gotten into a society or where we feel like we got to counsel somebody just because they don't agree with what we agree to. It goes back to what we were talking about earlier, you know what I'm saying? And we were talking about the past and all of these things that were going on when we were offline. But you know, bring it back online. It's just about, you know, it's okay to not agree with someone. It's okay to have different opinions. Why do I have to counsel you 100% and say I don't love you no more? I'm not fooling with you no more just because your thoughts or your theories or whatever you want to call it different than mine. Why? I personally don't understand that. We can always agree to disagree, and this is why I love this show so much, because it's unapologetic. It's allowing to have a voice of different opinions of different people, and it's okay.
Okay.
You know, but I don't know, but we got into this so much cancel culture now with social media that just because someone has an opinion about something that they don't necessarily agree with or they're not up with, it's like automatically, now I want to buy your shoes. Now I want to buy your CD. Now I can't buy your ticket to your show. Like, but you loved me a day ago. You know what I'm saying? Before I had this comment or before I said what I said, you was down for me. But now that I done said what I said, now you want to cancel me? As if nobody has ever said anything in the world or did anything in the world that someone may have not agreed with or was not a part of the status quo.
Now, so if it's a series of events, then what?
Well, everybody, I feel like personally, everybody has just as much as I say not to, you know, you can love everybody and respect their comments. You still have a choice to decide who you want to let in your space. True. and who you want to listen to, you know what I mean? Because that gets into your psyche. And a lot of times you want to cut off people who are like, say, if you got somebody who's doing negative stuff all the time, you can't just say, oh, well, that's just them. You know, I'm gonna keep on hanging with them. This nigga slapping me every day. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep on fooling with him because he just like hit on women. No, we're not doing that. But what I'm saying is that I don't know. I just think that it's just, it depends on the severity of the case and what you feel like is out of line and too much for you. Okay. Does that make sense? Like, for real, like from when he said that slavery was a choice, I asked myself, Kanye, in what context? Did I lose y'all with that?
No.
Okay, because when he's, instead of being so quick to say, oh man, how you gonna say slavery was a choice? We was brought over here, we was whatever. But if you really know your history, then you would know that there were kings and queens that actually sold different tribes.
Yeah, the homie tribe, for sure.
They sold different tribes. So it was a choice in that context. Was it a choice for the people who got sold? No, I wouldn't say it was. But if you say it was a choice to, in my opinion, on history, if you was to say it was a choice to a certain people of the Black race that were in the Black race, yeah, they did make a choice to sell them. And eventually, after everybody that they were selling got sold, then they took them too. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like how, it's like what context are you in? I think I don't know. I'm not gonna say that everything that Kanye says is okay. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not, who am I to say that anyway? But what I am gonna say is that he's done a lot of great things. Yes. I'm not Team Trump at all. Bye Felicia. No, absolutely not. But it's his choice. It is. You can't tell me You can't tell me that what was the album with him on there with the what was the album on here with the teddy bear?
Which one?
What album
Oh, you
was
talking
that?
about love? You talking about 808 and Heartbreak, I think.
No, it was the
No,
one
that's
before that.
Oh no. Oh, yeah, which one? The first 2 or 3 had bear
Oh,
on,
he was
right?
in college. Was the college
Yeah.
dropout?
College Dropout.
College Dropout and late
Can't
registration.
tell
Late
me
registration
that
had a teddy bear
album.
too.
You can't
Right.
tell me that album wasn't the bomb. He's a genius. I
He
think
is. Creatively, he's a genius. I can't deny that. So Dre, we was talking about this earlier, like when you stand on something, you got to stand on it. So Michael B. Jordan was on the red carpet.
Yeah.
Lady was interviewing him, and she told him, she was like, we've been knowing each other for a while,
Right.
and I guess she didn't remember, or she did remember, because Michael B. Jordan pointed out to her, yeah, we have, yeah, we weren't always the coolest, and I forgot what he said to her, but she tried to correct him and said, no, I didn't used to talk about you. I said that you were corny.
Well, this is what happened, bro. All right, so Michael B. Jordan was on the red carpet for Creed, Creed 3, right? One of the podcaster and had the opportunity to get on the red carpet and interview dude, and he started talking to her, and she reminded him of them going to school together. He was like, "Oh yeah, I was the dorky kid. I was the corny kid," and she said, "No, I didn't say." They said, "Yeah, no, I heard it."
Mm-hmm.
Right? So he was kind of after they was kind of sizing her up about it. She was like, "No, I didn't. That's not what I said." In all actuality, she did not say it. Her co-host said it. Right? Her co-host was like, "Yeah, that's just some corny. He's just a corny ass dude." Michael B. Jordan thought that it was her, so he was kind of like, "Yeah, all right, don't ride my coattail because we went to the same school." Basically, that's what happened.
And he wanted, yeah. I'm gonna remind you.
Right. But
yeah.
In fact, the young lady did not say it.
Right. Mm-hmm. So was he right? Do you think he was right for doing that?
Hell yeah, he was right.
Okay.
Hey, if you say something about me, listen. If you say something and you got a problem about me, you know how I am, Rich. If I got a problem with you, I'm standing on it. I don't care what. I don't care who you become or where you at or what you got going on.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't rock with you, bro, it is what it is. I'm gonna stay there. You just make sure you stay there.
Yeah.
He was right.
All of us wasn't the most popular or the best looking kid in high school.
Say it again.
I said all of us wasn't the most popular or the best looking kid in high school.
Right.
And I guess that is the prime example.
Right.
And
thanks.
He's had a big glow up since he's been in the industry as well.
Hey, it's the big payback, bro.
Right.
I heard what you said when you said it.
Yeah. Mike Jones.
I heard what you said. He was wrong.
Yeah.
But that lets you know, like, he's human. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If years ago, or whatever the case may be, and I say, "Hey man, Artessa, man, I don't really fuck with Artessa like that, cuz like Artessa, that's bullshit." Mm-hmm. Right? Yeah. If she gets wind of it, she's not gonna be like, "Oh, hey Dre, fan of the show." Like
and you see her 5 years later, she gonna remind you.
Yeah, like, my dog, hold on, cuz cool. Like, I come in with open arms, she'll be like,
yeah,
hold on, bro.
Yeah.
Let's address this. You know what I'm saying? Let's address
this. Yeah. Especially up.
First. Let's get this out the way. Hold on now.
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't said it. He said it.
But you know what? So that's an example of a lot of things. As far as don't watch who ass you kicking, because it could be the ass you kissing some years down the road.
Come on, somebody. That's the story of a lifetime. Over and over again.
What?
I'm the corny nigga, but guess what? You interviewing me now. Some years later, I'm a multi-millionaire. You interviewing me. Your job is to interview me.
They gonna kindly escort you off this red carpet while I go in the building.
Right? Yeah.
It wasn't wrong.
Good, interesting story. We had talked about the emasculation of whatever they was talking about last week. That was in all news cycles when they was talking about A$AP Rocky, Jonathan Majors. I had a conversation with a couple people this past weekend, and then I think yesterday as well. When after the pictures with Jonathan Majors and Michael B. Jordan came out, have y'all seen them?
Yeah.
All right. So the conversation was, I guess, far as in these men in their acting roles that are intimate with other men, right? I was asked where I stand on that, and personally, me, I feel, I mean, acting or not, I'm not gonna say what I won't do for money, for millions. Go ahead, Drake.
You mean like sexually intimate?
Yes. Intimacy.
Okay, all right.
Yes. Intimacy.
Well, intimacy comes in all forms.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Take me back. Where were they intimate?
Well, no. So Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors wasn't, but Jonathan Majors is in a TV show, and I should have gave more information. Jonathan Majors was on a TV show called We Will Rise, and he played a gay part. Him and he was a sailor. Him and another white guy had some love scenes. But so I'm tying Little Murda in with this from P Valley, right? So as far as in these men that are supposedly, and I'm saying supposedly because I don't know, is their business if they are or they aren't, supposedly heterosexual, right? But they'll play this role, because it's an acting role, and have some kind of sexual intimacy with another man. I was asked where do I stand on that aspect of it, and acting or not, I feel like if you're going to do that with another man, I feel like there you might be, you might not be, but I feel like there is some kind of there's a pronoun for that, right? That's how I feel about it. In short, I don't think you're necessarily a full straight man if you are willing to commit sexual acts with a man, whether you're acting or trying out a role. We know plenty of actors that, if you want to say it, have not sold their soul.
I ain't never seen Denzel do that.
And Denzel's one. Denzel said he's told them plenty of times, no, I'm not doing this. There's plenty. Dave Chappelle was one. They've offered guys these roles, but I understand everybody don't get the same chances and opportunities in Hollywood. But so where do y'all stand on that?
Go ahead, Dre.
Well, I think I covered it last week, man. But I can reach back into it. Yeah, there's been more than just Jonathan Majors to be a guy that's played a homosexual man. You know what I mean? Will Smith is also, right? Me personally, we talking about Andre. Andre is not doing it, right? At the end of the day, I'm not doing it, man. And I think it's about morally, it's just, it doesn't look right to me. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't feel right to me. I'm not going to knock anybody, whether it's on camera or off camera, for what they do. I'm just talking about, personally, Andre does not fuck with that. So I'm not going to act like, no pun intended, or all the pun intended. I fuck with it.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, do I think there's a hidden agenda? And I think that's the bigger question. The bigger question is Hollywood, is there a hidden agenda within Hollywood when it pertains to Black men and doing these type of things? And honestly, I don't know. I don't know. I think the way I look at it, from a business aspect, because it's all business at the end of the day when it comes down to directing and acting. It's like all business. You're going to get the best actors possible, right? Yeah. And you're going to try to get them to look like what society looks like today.
Okay.
And what's at the forefront of society?
You see, look at every commercial that come on just about.
What's at the forefront of society today, guys?
Well, what you mean? What the forefront of society?
I'm saying as far, when I say the forefront of society, I'm saying the pronouns. I'm saying at the end of the day, like it's becoming, and it's perfectly fine, but there's a microscope on saying, hey, you should look at this person for who they are as a person, not because of who they're sleeping with, not because of who they are. Like at the end of the day, whether it be homosexuality, whether it be transgender, whatever, that's at the forefront. That's what's being put out today.
Yeah.
right? For whatever reason. So from a business aspect, what do? You take the top guys, if that's what you're into, if that's what you own, you take the top guys and you make them look like what society looks like. Not saying it's right. I'm just saying what it is.
Does society look like that though?
Does society look like that? That's what society is pushing.
Or Hollywood, or is that what Hollywood looks like and projecting that on society?
We'll go with Hollywood projecting that on society.
Okay.
I stand correct.
Yeah.
So it's all one big circle.
Yeah.
Yeah. And well, so I think we've gotten
Would you do it, Reggie?
No.
We ain't never talk about that.
No, I have no desire to want to.
Okay, so you mean to tell me I got what I got? Yeah. I got 60 mil. And I need for you to now what it's gonna look like on screen. Hold on. What it's gonna look like on screen is for you to kiss a man and be in the sheets with him, but we're gonna have a green screen because you already know what's that movie with old girl
You people
Nipsey Hussle
girl. You people, Artest, I can help you out right now. I'm not gonna do it. I feel like if I got the talent and to be in that position to where I can get a $60 million offer, you're the only person I can probably get that from. If I have the talent, you know what I'm saying?
What I'm saying is you're not even kissing. I'm saying, oh God, we got a green screen. We got a green screen, and then you just go in like you doing it, but it's gonna look like you're doing it, but you're not actually doing it.
No, you said
why are you squirming?
So because I was sitting up, so even the fact of you saying laying in a bed with another man, that ain't no. I mean, there's nothing phobe about me in any of those because I have friends on
I know that
throughout the rainbow, through the whole spectrum.
I know that.
So it's just nothing that I have any interest or desire to want to be a part of or even subject myself to. And even like just morals. I mean, I understand, I get the acting part. Okay, some people can separate I was acting, this is for a role. Me in general, real life, I'm not like that. I'm heterosexual, but
right.
I don't know. I mean, are you really?
What about the fact that they're married? Now,
exactly.
Majors isn't, but what's the guy that plays in P Valley?
Little Murda, P Valley, he's married.
He's married, yeah. He just got recently married. Congratulations to him.
Exactly.
But so obviously,
question for you. Hold on. Question for you, Artessa.
Okay.
If it's your husband, are you comfortable with him? Do you tell him to play that role, or you say no, baby?
No.
We need to go somewhere else.
No, we're not. I don't want him to play that. No, absolutely. That's even, because even in my mind, my husband ain't even taking that role. He's not coming back. He calling me on some, baby, guess what they had the audacity to ask me today. That's what, in my mind, that's where my husband is. Excuse me. That's where my husband is.
Okay.
But can we look? We still got to look at. Excuse me. We still got to look at the facts. Does that make him gay, or bisexual, or to have tendencies?
I would say tendencies. It's definitely tendencies, or maybe bisexual. I don't know. I mean, if you're acting or not, you committed the act, right?
We're still talking about acting, right? They don't mean that they did it like for real. They be having.
Well, no, these people be padded up and all crap, all type.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, for the most part. Well, okay. Kissing is an act?
You can't fake that kissing.
Okay. How fake was Brokeback Mountain?
I've never seen Brokeback Mountain, so.
Well, and you know what? You ding, give him a ding for that. Ding, no, but.
And you know why I didn't see it?
What?
Because I heard what the basis of the story was about.
And I know that's what I was giving you a ding for, because most men who consider themselves hetero will not be comfortable, watching that. But there are some men who deem themselves hetero and are securing themselves. They just want to be curious, to see what was going on in the movie.
Yeah. But they say the same thing about P Valley, because there's a lot of people that are saying, how the hell do y'all watch P Valley as a straight man? I'm like, it's a show.
Yeah. So
I don't get that. I don't get that. I've heard that, and I don't get that. I don't understand.
It wasn't about for me. It wasn't about security. That's it. Let me clear that up. It wasn't about security. When the movie, let's be clear on that. Now, when the movie came out, I was a bit younger. You know what I'm saying? I was younger than what I am now. How old is that? Who knows? But today, would I be able to watch it if it interests me? Yeah. I'm just going to be honest.
You still talking about Brokeback?
Yeah, I could watch it today if it interests me. But guess what? At the end of the day, when I was younger, it was like, okay, this is a movie about gay guys. Today, I won't watch Brokeback Mountain because it's about two gay guys and the Cowboys, none of which interests me.
Yeah.
I can watch.
Gay Cowboys don't interest me either.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't.
Gay Cowboys.
What I don't understand is, can a girl kiss another girl on screen and not be a lesbian?
Is it?
You stuttering.
Trap. That's a trap question, but I'm going to answer it.
Stuttering.
No, listen. I'm going to answer it accurately. For me personally, Andre, would I rather see two women kissing as opposed to two men kissing? Yes, I like women.
Society would though.
I think
that's not what we asked, Dre. That's not the question.
What is the question?
The question was, he asked about, as far as two men being able, and I'm putting this in the paraphrasing, two men being able to act in a way, right?
Mm-hmm.
To where it's in homosexual ways, right? How do we perceive them? Are they still, or do we still consider them, straight? Can you still be straight? Or what he asked us, what subject or group would we put them in if they did that, right? And I asked you, Dre. You, okay, as well as Reggie, but pertaining to you, Dre. I asked you. Let's flip it.
All right.
Right.
All right.
And I asked you, if a woman was to kiss another woman on screen as an actress, would we say that she's a lesbian?
Well, okay. So I'll answer it, but I'll go back. Be clear. I never said whether or not I thought a guy was gay or bi. Reggie said that. I did not. I didn't answer.
I said there's a pronoun for it, but yeah.
First off, I didn't answer.
Yeah.
So what the answer is? So let's get to it. Let's not tap dance around.
Right. No, we're not tapping. Let's just have opportunity. I'm very sharp, Artessa.
Okay. Yes, sir.
I'm very sharp.
Yes, sir. Yes, you are.
So no, okay. So realistically, I think it is just acting. I'm not gonna say you're gay because you're kissing a man. I just don't want to watch it. Mm-hmm. It's just not something that I really want to see. If that's what you're doing, that's what you're doing. If you're one of my favorite actors or whatever the case may be, if it's a good role or if it's a good plot or whatever, when it comes down to a story, okay, I'll take a look at it. But if it doesn't interest me, then I'm not gonna watch it. And no, I'm not gonna say you're gay because you're kissing somebody. I'm just not going to do it. Mm-hmm. Now, going back to what you said about women. Mm-hmm. The same rules applies. No, I'm not going to call you a lesbian. I didn't call that man a homosexual. I didn't call him gay. I'm not going to call a woman gay. I look at it as acting.
But you're going to watch that. You'll watch that.
Would I watch that before two men? Yes, I would. I like women. And that's where I was going before you cut me off. Women are the most beautiful thing. Mm-hmm. The most beautiful being in the universe.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I get
you.
In the universe. So for me, in my mind, guess what? Call it what you want to call it. But yes, I'm going to accept two women and look at two women embracing each other, because I'm going to be like, you know what? You're right. Look at her. She is amazing.
But even the way society looks at it, whether it's man or woman, a woman is more comfortable with women kissing, seeing women kissing than men. For a lot of women, the same rules apply, and there's a double standard, because we'll look at, we'll say two women rubbing on each other or kissing on each other, whatever else is sexy. When you see two men do it, it's repulsive. But hold on.
No, it's okay. It's okay for two women to be rubbing on each other as long as they both look feminine. But as soon as you throw a stud or a masculine girl up in there, and y'all like, nah,
you're right.
At all.
You're absolutely right.
Crazy.
You're absolutely right.
Don't do that.
But you're absolutely right. But now, just to backpedal just a little bit. I'm not the most familiar with these pronouns and terminologies, but gay and bi are two different things.
They are.
All right. So with those two men, I said I do think one of these men or both of these men may have bi tendencies, and I would say the same thing with these two women. I dated a girl that used to bring girls home all the time, and that was the only. And she said, "I don't like girls." She said, "But I like having threesomes with you. That's the only time I will touch a woman." And I'm it's a couple women I've had that like to have threesomes. But this one in particular, that kind of
pull one up for Reggie on that.
No. But
right now.
Listen, don't let Dragons fool you. Don't let Dragons fool you.
Oh, he putting on the front for me.
What you mean? I know what's going on.
Okay, all right.
I'm not acting like I don't know. But listen, let's just be honest about it.
Hold on. Yeah.
Let's be honest.
My dog said, I had a couple of,
but no. We're grown. We're all grown, and if we're gonna be honest about it, I think we've all had some experiences that we can talk about, and it might sound like we flexing, but we're not gonna go there. But she said she wasn't bi or gay. She didn't like girls like that. It's only with me, and I'm like, no, baby girl, you like.
The way you was acting, that's where we throwing out there tonight. You was performing. You was very much in
you might not do it one-on-one with the woman, but we are still having sexual intimate, moment with a woman. It's not like you're not touching or interacting as well.
Wait a minute, was she acting? It was acting.
Bring it back around. Bring it back full circle. That's what she was saying, Red.
Opened up.
No, we know.
She claims she was acting.
She's not an actor.
Respect.
But
Y'all stupid.
All right. So we had talked earlier, Artessa, about just the dynamic of dating, and I guess we could tie masculinity and femininity into it. I'll let you take the floor.
Well, my concern is, and maybe you guys can help me out with this. Now I'm back in the dating pool. Shout out to putting that out there, okay? But I don't understand the roles these days, and I need help. And I'm just gonna be transparent,
okay? Because
now coming out here, being a single woman, dating. Like, for instance, I was talking to Reggie earlier today, and I was talking to him on the precipice of saying, I'm out in the club. Okay, picture this. Come on, I want y'all to bring y'all into the story.
Okay.
So I'm in the club. I'm looking nice, hair done, nails done, heels on with my girls, and I see a great looking man. He looking at me. When I look up, he looking at me. When I look down for a minute on my phone, I look back up, he looking at me, right?
Good.
Okay. My first thought is, okay, well, after we did this a couple of times, we're in a club type setting. When are you going to come over here to talk to me?
All right.
But again, we're talking about roles tonight, right?
Okay.
Masculinity and feminine roles. Where I come from is that, or what I'm used to, I can't say come from, what I'm known to be, regular is that, or normalcy would be that when that happens, he will take charge and come over introduce himself or whatever may have you, or whatever his flavor or style of the week is, and he will present himself. What I'm seeing now in these days and time is that interaction can happen, but a man will not approach you, he won't say anything, or he'll see you on social media. Let's take it to social media. Maybe let's not take it into something like a club setting. He's liking all your pictures, he's doing all of this, he's not in the DMs. Like, what? So I guess my question is, and this is for you guys, is first of all, is roles real? Is it a real thing? Masculine femininity, is it a real thing? And then the second part of the question is, if it is or if it isn't a real thing, now with the dating scene in 2023, where we are right now in the land of social media, and we're a land of all of those things now, what does that look like in the dating sector as far as a woman and a man linking up, roles and that type of firm? And I'm just talking about initial link up in dating, because we could go this could go so far into so many different aspects. So I want to you bring it down and into that. So now we're just talking about for the dating people out there that's unapologetic right now. They're wanting to know exactly, how do I navigate this new space? Okay, and what does it look like, and what is feminine, and what is masculine, and what is that?
Okay, so before we go to that, I do want to so let's dig into you just a little bit.
Okay.
Your past, your dating past, right?
Okay.
You're dating now, right? We're not going to assume. We're going to be full transparent. Okay. You are looking for a man. That's what you want, right?
Amen.
Prior to this, you were dating
women,
right? When your dating history started, whenever you started dating, what was your preference when you first started dating? Was it women always, and then now you're men only?
Yeah, it was women. Like unapologetically, it was women always.
Okay,
and it was feminine women.
So you were more.
If we want to put roles onto it,
right? So you were more the dominant type. So you were the one.
Figure, yeah. I would be what you would have called, if we had to put it into role playing, it would be lipstick.
But you were the one more or less initiating. Yeah, like I mean, far as in like if it was some talking that was going to be done.
God initiating, you know what I'm saying? There was a lot of initiating going on, but if
it was talking that was going to be doing, you was doing the talking. You was like,
yeah, like okay,
right,
yes, that's honest. If it was we in a club type setting, I seen something that I like. Yes, I was the one to be assertive, or if you want to put it in quotations, the aggressor or the dominant one in the position to show up. It just so happened that I was just still in a feminine type capacity.
Right. Now, so where did you get that part from? The part to where you were the aggressor or the one that approached them?
I think it was natural. I think it was.
Okay.
I mean, at the time, I just think it was just a natural thing. I think it's always been, me and you have known each other for a while. I mean, I'm just a natural type leader, I guess, with those type of traits. So I think when it goes into your love life, you're kind of just more so like, okay, what we doing? I don't have time for that.
I just had one more question that I just thought of it. So now that you switched roles from women to men, you fell back into
now you found my role. So now we're going quick.
So that's what I'm asking, because that's what it kind of sounds like. So you fell back more into submissive.
Submissive, yes.
All right, let's go, Dre.
Yes.
So this is what I'll add to it. For me, I'm not married, so to the powers that be, I'm single, right? Cool. It is what it is. So what I found is that it's all about, I don't think there's one particular role, or like if we're talking about women, like for instance, like you said, you come in with the, I don't want to say expectation, but I'm gonna use expectation because that's what it is, that you and that young man locked eyes, yeah, you feel like y'all had some type of connection. So the expectation was for him to come up and seal the deal or potentially seal the deal. Mm-hmm. Right? Well, I'll be real. I live in the metropolitan area. I live in the DMV.
Okay.
Where the ratio is 11-1.
11-1 what?
11 women to 1 man.
Wow.
Right? So understand this. Although I'm not actively seeking or looking for any woman or on that level, mm-hmm. At any given time that I go out, there's going to be at least 4 women that shoot their shot at me. At least. And I'm not bragging. I'm not boasting. I'm telling you what it is. Mm. And why is that? Because of the ratio. Mm. Right? So while where we're from, again, we're all North Carolinians.
North Carolinians.
Right?
All day.
We're all North Carolinians, right? So at the end of the day, and we're all within the same age bracket, understand what we are used to or what we have
grown up,
or what we taught growing up, or what we saw growing up. Yeah. Realistically, it's a thing of the past.
It's obsolete. Got it.
It's obsolete.
What roles?
No.
Roles. No, I'm not talking about roles. I'm talking about
ratio.
Okay.
Ratio being able to change the way that the whole initial makeup of how we interact in the beginning has changed.
Okay.
Right. Because at the end of the day, I will call Reggie and tell Reggie, hey, look, man, I'm just about to go out and have me some drinks. I'm just about to go out and have me some food, whatever that looks like, right? Mm-hmm. Right or wrong, Reggie, I call you the next day, I say, bro, let me tell you what happened. Mm-hmm. It's been situations, real life, where I tested like, no bullshit. Mm-hmm. I went out to watch a ball game because I'm a gambling man, so I wanted to see. It was some West Coast games going on. Mm-hmm. I went out. I said, I woke up and I said, you know what? It was 7 o'clock on a Friday night, 7 p.m. And I got up. I said, I'm going to go out. I'm going to get me a meal. I'm going to have me a drink. And I'm going to go to the casino, watch the ball game, see the stat lines, and make sure that I'm making the right bet. Mm-hmm. I went in there. 5 different women tried me. Mm. One came up and licked my face.
Good Lord.
Like,
it's aggressive.
Very aggressive. That's the point I'm making. Very aggressive. Something like to the point where I was like, oh, wait, like.
Right.
But guess what? I had to think about where I was. And I had to think about, just like her, just like you, she's looking for hers too. Now, her approach was completely off. Yeah. But just like you, she's looking for hers too.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So if you got a pool of women that are saying, give me, I need that.
Yeah, that's true. I get it.
All right. So as far as I think the roles exist more so for your traditionalists. Like the ones that believe men are supposed to do this, women are supposed to do that. Me, I don't necessarily subscribe to that, but I do feel like there are certain things that I'm going to do that I'm not going. I don't want my woman doing. I still open doors and all that other stuff. But I think today we're at a time to where equality is being pushed around the board.
I don't want to hear that.
But that's where we at. That's where we at.
That has nothing to do with the fact that, and I respect your opinion, but what I'm trying to say is not to cut you off, but there is frustration in my voice. Yes,
because dating is terrible these days. Yeah,
it's trash. Period. But this is the thing. You know what? Go ahead.
So no. The equality factor is being pushed, but I do think like so many things that happen with men happen with women these days too. There are a lot of men that have gotten comfortable with women with the ratio, with women approaching them all the time. So I guess you run into these guys that feel like they're just as much as surprised as you are. She's checking me out just as much as I'm checking her out. What's wrong with her feet? Why she can't say nothing to me? Which
It's
I mean,
true.
is it right or wrong? It all depends on who you are and what you want.
It's subjective.
It's subjective, but there are a lot of men out here that feel that way and view that way. They just as much surprised as you are.
So let's go back what we talking about. Let's go back with roles because we can talk about that forever. So let's talk about roles. We were talking about masculinity and femininity, right?
All right.
Okay, so what does masculinity look like in 2023?
That's a good question. I don't know. Like I told you, I made a post on Facebook earlier.
Skate through that. I'm asking Reggie and Trey unapologetically, what does masculinity look like?
I can answer that. For put it like this. Put it like this. For me, and I know this may sound corny or it may sound like a cop-out, but what you are checking for, Artessa, that's what I am. All right, and that's what Reggie is.
Yeah, I know.
Chivalry. Aggressiveness to a certain degree.
To a certain degree, yeah.
Right? We still fall under that umbrella. Like, and I've said it on this platform plenty of times. A lot of my chivalry comes from seeing what Reggie did, or seeing how Reggie gave it up. Oh, right? Because when I met Reg, I wasn't on that. I was very, very rough.
Hey, you should drop the bomb on that, Reggie. Yeah.
Well, he knows that though. He knows that.
He does.
I have no problem doing that.
That's what's
you know what I mean? Because he took that from what he taught me, took me to a whole nother level.
That's what's up.
Right? And it took the women that I dealt with, our level of intimacy, if you will, not sexually, but purely. Intimacy as a whole, it took it to a whole new level.
That's what's up, Dre.
Right? So I'm from the Bull. You know how I go.
Okay, I do. Hey.
All right.
Hey, you better not play with her. You better not play. Faces, you might not come out. You
might. Yeah. So for me, I'm still that. But I'm telling you, man, this playing field is different.
It is.
It's different now.
I appreciate that. I appreciate the honesty. So what does femininity look like to you guys? Because I'm going to say this, pause, because we got a lot of, I'm independent.
I still think that's femininity.
But hold on, because I know you want to go in, Reg. But
no, I'm gonna chill on this.
No. but what does femininity to you guys? And again, I say you guys because we don't want a bunch of people getting on here getting type happy and saying, that's not what we said. What does femininity look like to you guys?
Rich?
So I struggle with it, but I think I want to say submissive. I want to say caring, nurturing, loving, more of the softer side of a person. And I don't necessarily think that's all that belongs to a sex, because I think Dre has some feminine qualities and I have feminine quality. I think we all as men, we all have those, because when I look at that, that caring, nurturing, loving part, that's what it necessarily, I guess, comes from me. And we all have those attributes in a way. The way Dre cares for and loves his children, you would say, that's a woman role, but he's a man. But you know what I'm saying? Me the same as well. And not just with the children, but just in general. As men, we're supposed to be a little more hard natured, rougher. But we do possess the other side, to where that softer, quote unquote, feminine side. And so that's what femininity or feminine looks like to me.
Okay, Dre.
Feminine Having a feminine side as far as women go, for me, I would say I would echo a lot what Reggie said: caring, for sure, loving, submissive to a point. I think I'm a little different in the fact that I like I want my woman to listen, but I also want my woman to tell me to shut the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I want, you know what I'm saying? Because
what's your sign, Dre?
Talk about it. What's your sign?
I'm an Aries.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
So at
fire in the house. Fire.
Right. So for me, it's about the it's about balance. If you can show me that you, as crazy as it may sound, if you can show me that at the end of the day, you can take them heels off and knuckle up, but also too, you can put them heels on and go to this brunch or go to a five-star restaurant and kill everything walking. That's femininity to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling that, Dre. Ooh, that's bomb. I'm gonna do my own.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's so that's
Uh-oh.
Right. If you can do that, man, listen.
All right.
What you need from me?
Yeah. I'm with you. I got one more thing for before we get up out of here. I'm gonna play this clip real quick. This is from BMF. I sent it to both of y'all, so y'all are kind of familiar with it. But for our listeners, I'm gonna play it.
Look, Meech, I ain't perfect. I just tried to set a good example and lead you and your brother and sister down the righteous path, but evidently I failed. I'm gonna keep it all the way real with you, Pops. I don't think I could ever be the one woman. So props to you for sticking it out this long. Meech, me and you are not alike. I get it. Shit, you and Mom, they argued our whole life anyway. And what happened was not your mother's fault. She and I just growing apart. Pops, Mama been through enough heartbreak in her lifetime. Mostly because of me. So if you think for 1 second I'm gonna rat you out, don't worry. I ain't gonna say a motherfucking word. It's all good, Pops.
All right, so there's a couple things in here that we could talk about all day. The part where he said, you know, I don't ever think I could be one woman. The part where Charles said we're growing apart. But what I really want to talk about, and if y'all want to talk about some other stuff, we can before we get out of here. But what really hit me was the part where he said, basically, he's not going to tell his dad because his mom has been through so much heartbreak already.
Okay.
And he don't want to put her through that.
Okay.
And I was like, well, me personally, I don't think I could do that. But when I was watching it, and I was like, you know, that's some real shit right there.
You don't think you do what?
That's what I'm asking.
I don't think that. Yeah, I could keep that from her.
What?
Okay.
I don't think I would probably tell. I would tell.
You would tell, Reggie?
But that's speaking on the relationship that me and my mom have right now.
Okay.
Well, not now, just all the way in general, because you know, growing up, I've only had my mom.
Right. Okay. I think for me, here's the thing. I failed Meech 100%, man.
Mm-hmm.
I did, because he looked at it. That was at a point where he was able to, you know, his dad had catch so many stones.
Right.
Right. You got to know the backstory, right?
Yeah.
But his daddy catch so many stones about what he had going on or what he did or what he didn't do.
Mm-hmm.
That's what. Now you're showing that you're merely mortal.
Right.
Right. You held me to a standard, and now I'm seeing firsthand you're merely mortal. So now you come to me copping please. No.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you why I am who I said I was, who I've been showing you. I've been stand up. I've been about that. And truth be told, depending on the situation, if my mom is smitten kid, man, you know, in love, this, that, and the third, right? You know, been married for umpteen years or whatever, right? Honestly, I'm not shaking the room, man. I'm not shaking the room. Right? Now, on the first go round, now if I catch you again now, I'm on your ass. This one on me, the next one on you.
Okay.
And that's just the way I see it. And I could feel Meech when he was saying that, like, man, I done broke my mama heart so many times, man, it's gonna kill her. It's gonna kill her.
Yeah. And that's why I said, like, I felt what he was saying. That was some real nice shit. But I don't know, me being in that situation, I don't know if I can do it. But that shit stood out to me. I'm like, you know what? That's some, like, that really stood out. I'm like, that's some real shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Am I wrong? Am I wrong if I can say that if me being a woman, a girl, a daughter of my mother, I would tell, but if I was a boy, I wouldn't tell. Do y'all understand that?
No.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I understand exactly why you're saying that.
Does that make sense?
But tell me why.
For the same reason why
it just goes back. I have to be completely honest. It just goes back as being a daughter to your mom. You're supposed to have her back, and it's not to say that a boy doesn't have her back, but it's just a different relationship.
Okay, you know
what I'm saying? It to me, in my opinion, no, mama, he cheating. I saw him at the strip club. You know what I'm saying? He was with old girl and he had another chick up on. I seen the episode. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but I have to be completely honest. If I was a son and I'm talking to my dad about what he did, especially with the history of Meech and what we've seen with his dad, there's so many avenues here to look at.
Yeah, absolutely.
The first avenue is you've been on me so hard and been saying my younger brother is this, that, and the third, and you know what I'm saying? This is my first opportunity to either do one or two things. To opt you out and put you out there and pay you back for all how you didn't say Meechie is the worst, I'm the worst son. Or I can show love and take the higher road and say, you know what, Pops, I'm not finna dime you out. I got you. I understand.
Let you know you're not better than
me. Which was going to build a different level of respect with your father. It has nothing to do with your mother, right? It has nothing to do with your mother. Build another level of respect that you didn't have beforehand by taking the higher road and say, you know what, I got you. I'm not finna out you. You know what I'm saying? Or third road, it is what it is. And it's to allow the father to understand, to come to a plateau to say, you know what? I'm blood of your blood. I'm flesh of your flesh. You was hitting up on me on all the stuff I was doing, but really we wanted the same.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Right. We really wanted the same. And I was just waiting for you to see. But I ain't mad at you. I was just waiting for you to see. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. I'm not gonna tell mama. You know what I'm saying about it, because at the end of the day, but that's me really digging deep, maybe deeper than what it is on a dialogue in the thing.
We just said the same thing pretty much.
Yeah,
we did, Dre.
Yeah.
So I'm with you.
Yeah, but just the caveat, if I was the daughter and I seen that, if I was a little girl and I seen that, yeah, I'm telling mommy. I'm telling mommy. Yeah.
This your daddy though. This your daddy though.
This is my daddy.
This your dad. This
your daddy's girls.
Yeah, this your play. Listen now, this your player partner. Now you're gonna be hurt. You're gonna be crushed. But this your player partner though.
You know, I have to be honest. It's hard for me to say that because I'm coming from a position of father not really doing whatever. So I don't have that
already.
And that might be why I feel the way I do, because I didn't have
I don't have that connection. Yeah, I don't have that connection. So I can't come from y'all told me, and I promised y'all that I was going to be transparent on here and
for sure.
And unapologetic, right? Because I respect y'all show so much that I was going to come up here and do what I got to do and represent. But since I don't have that connect, I don't know what that looks like. My rider has always been my mother.
Okay.
Shout out to Miss Sheila. I know her name. I see her on Facebook.
Shout out to Queen Sheila, and she
got old
is
fine mama too.
Oh, you know what? Don't get shot up in here.
I'm messing with you.
But she is fine though, and I appreciate that, and I know where that comes from. So I appreciate that, Reggie. But she, my when I can't lie, you know what I'm saying? It would be crazy. My mother, Sheila Wilson, is a rider, right? And it's hard when that's all you've seen, and she consistently been a rider. And I think it gives me more respect as a level when now that I have my own baby. And I see that it's an everyday thing. It's used to say, oh, I got the child, but no, if you're really gonna be a good mother, it's an everyday, it's consistent, it's not there's no days off. And I was like, dang, to do that. And then if she was to have a man and he cheated on her, no, I'm riding with my mom. I'm riding with mama. I'm gonna tell. But I'm with you on that, Dre. I'm with you on that, Dre, as far as the dude thing.
Because my daughter, at the end of the day, my daughter turns 10 this year, right? Yeah, right? She turned 10 this year. And Reggie knows, like, that's my dog. Okay? That's my dog. And I don't know everything, but I can almost bet the house. My daughter taking it to the grave with her at 10 today.
And this is the thing. And it goes back to what I'm saying on how fathers are so important. And I think it's to talk about, and I know Reggie, we get ready to get up off of here, but it circles all the way back. And that's what we have to do on Unapologetic. And I know, Reggie, you're down with it. And Dre, I know from your heart, just a little bit, I'm speaking with you, that your heart is there and about the community. We have to bring the Black male back to the family and the circle of community and as his head, and put him in his rightful place. Because just like you said, Dre, there's nothing that you just said about what you just said about your daughter. There's nothing that I wouldn't deny about that, because the way that I am, I'm pretty sure if I had a man to show up and show out the way you're showing up and showing out for your daughter, I'll probably be a rider too, just off my personality alone, right? And Reggie the same, but we didn't have that, so we can't come from that, we can't come from that place.
Right.
Guess what? Mama is it. Already. You gonna get told on. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. So, but I will say this before we get up here. Shout out to Dre for being a great father.
Absolutely.
And Reggie too. Reggie looking like you. Reggie on here looking like he 20 something, but Reggie a whole granddaddy, and he be, y'all, you can say what you want to say. He be Facebooking and putting pictures on of the grandbabies and all of that. So
that's my dog right there.
Straight up. And anytime as a woman, and I consider myself a strong woman, I still consider myself as a submissive woman. I'm okay with that. I'm okay. I have strong tendencies. I have strong leadership abilities and all of that, but I enjoy the submissive role. It's okay for me.
Now,
go ahead.
Let me ask you a question before we get this Unapologetic Truth. How was it getting to that part? Like, did it take some adjusting, and like, was the transition long?
Yes, it was, and it was hard.
Man,
and it was very hard. It was very hard.
Okay.
What I had to do was, and I'll share this with anybody, and I always told God that I would be transparent about my journey. I had to take out, and here it is. Actually, it's so funny the way God works. I had to take out a baby picture.
Okay.
Okay.
Baby Artessa.
Baby Artessa, right there. You see
it? Okay.
Yeah.
And I had to take a baby picture of her. And I had to get to a quiet space, but I had to be ready, right? I had to be ready. And I had to talk to her. First of all, I had to say, whatever happened to you, or whatever, what happened or didn't happen, it's okay. But are you okay? Do you forgive me? I forgive you. Do you forgive me? And once that happened, it allowed me to heal and get into a space of now into my future self of what I'm, what I feel like in my own being is what I'm called to be. You know what I mean? with my really true self.
Okay.
So it took time to do that, because a lot of the hurts that we have, especially in the African American community, and I think just people in general, a lot of our hurts are in our childhood hurts. They're somewhere in the child, and we have to go back and address the child. And we have to say whatever you didn't say, or whatever you didn't speak up about, or whatever happened to you, or whatever was done to you, or who didn't show up, or who neglected you, or who rejected you, or who didn't show up, and all of that. You have to go and address that, baby.
Right.
You. And you have to get to a place. First of all, it takes a lot of strength to do that. Trust me, it takes a lot of strength.
I believe.
And then when you do that, and you have to do it in a where no one is around, not the boo thing and all that. Say, oh, I need you to do this, and not. No, you have to do it on your own. And once you do that, then you can go forward. But to move forward, yeah, it took a while to get there. And now I'm at a place of a holistic place where I'm like, you know what? New me, they say new me and all of this in the beginning of the year, New Year's. It's not that. It's deeper than that. Now I'm good, because now she's good, I'm good, so let's move on.
Okay.
Now it's like, well, who am I, right? And then I really realized exactly what I want and what I want to do, and I realized that now I'm good with the submissive. I mean, hey, you can listen.
Is Ben on that side?
Listen, y'all been on here. We've been on here long enough. I can talk. I can hold my own in a conversation. I'm okay financially. I'm doing all of those things. But do I want a man that can really provide and protect? Yes. I was getting ready because I don't do that no more. But yes, absolutely. I want a provider and a protector. But guess what? I'm still going to be his provider and protector too. But on the
I like that.
But on the level in which I stand. This is, and what I mean by that is that for me, because I don't want you to get all of these written texts and all of this stuff on here. What I'm trying to say is that I could be the rider, I could be the shooter. Trust me. I'm you know what I'm saying. I'm 38 out of 40. I'm even giving I got you. You know what I'm saying. But the thing is, it's just like. It's great when you can finally find someone who's your best friend, and you can understand that they don't have to be that all the time.
Right.
You don't have to be that all the time. Go ahead.
No, I like what you're saying. I mean, but I think me and Dre have talked about this plenty of times, to where, like, you're not going to always be operating at 100%. I'm not gonna be always on. So, when you are at your lowest, that person, you need that person, or is that person gonna be there for you? And not, it should never be to where it's always one person that's, doing all the heavy lifting or the pulling, So yeah, I get that 100%. And I don't think that's necessarily to go back to it, a role for that, for us, because like you said, I do think, yes, it's going to be up to the man to provide and protect, but also you as a woman, I think your job should be to protect that man too, because guess what? Just like Dre said, Dre might be popping off at the mouth, and, it takes you to look, nigga, calm your ass down.
Yeah.
Let me handle this. I'm gonna pick up the phone and make this call and talk to these people and get this shit taken care of. You know what I'm saying? So, and that comes in the team aspect. And I'm so big these days on a team dynamic when you're in a relationship. I don't, dig into that, subscribe to all that, one person should be doing 75% or 80% or whatever else. It's whatever makes that team work. Because guess what? Jordan wasn't the leading scorer every night. LeBron ain't the leading scorer every night. You're only as strong as your weakest link. So if my partner can't hold it down, if I'm fucked up,
what we doing?
The ship gonna sink.
What we doing? That's why I say it's very important. That's why I keep on using that word of best friend. You know, I think especially 40 and up, we need to get to the point where I'm not really kicking it with you heavily unless you really are someone of the vibe that gives me best friend vibes.
Right.
Because the sex is good, and yeah, it's gonna be bomb in the beginning and all of that, but that we all know that subsides after a while.
Yeah, it does.
Are you my rider? Do you have my back? And then here's the thing: do you know me? Do you know when I have the bad days? Do you know when I'm triggered? Do you know when I'm having a mental health day and I don't have to tell you and you automatically kicking in? These are the things, these are the intangible things that we now have to think about when we're going into that. Stop putting in the role position. Just because he's the man doesn't mean that he's not going to have mental health days, and he's not going to have days where he need to say, baby, it's going to be okay, and rub him on his back without him not to have to say anything.
Yeah.
But we have to first have that connection to where I know when you need that and without you having to say it.
All right. So to get up out of here, we do this unapologetic truth thing, where we just have a series of questions, we answer them, and we get out of here. We usually do a wife playmate this. I don't have none. I was slacking this week, but we'll get into that next week. We'll pick back up. But so first question is, and I'll ask this for you, and then I'll continue on with Dre. But when was the last time that you told a black man or made a black man feel appreciated?
Actually, it was maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. I was at a convenience store and I was getting a glass of wine. I was at the Sheets, actually, in Greensboro. And he was behind the counter, and I just noticed that he was just kind of off, and I just said, I appreciate you.
Okay.
Like, what?
Who was you at on Coliseum?
Huh?
Who was you at on Coliseum?
Off of Wendover.
Off Window.
Yeah, off of Wendover. Yeah. So, but you own it though. Yeah. So, but yeah, and I just told him I appreciate him, and then he was really taken back by that. He was like, "Well, what do you mean?"
That's sad, huh?
It was.
He was taken back.
Now that you know, when you look at it, yeah, it was, because he was, and I asked him. I followed up with the question. I said, "Well, why you say that?" He was like, "Because no one asked that."
We'll tell you.
And I said, "Well, I just seen that you wasn't kind of making eye contact and everything, and I just wanted to see if you were okay. Like, are you good? I want to know about your mental health." And he was like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I explained to him that a lot of times in these days of society, no one asks the black man about his mental health. So I said, I'm going to start this new thing about asking the black man about his mental health.
Okay.
And he was just like, "Wow, how old are you?" And then I told him I'm 40. He kind of like slumped over because he was like, he looked like he was probably like 20 something. Because he looked like he wanted to holler. Had I been 20 something, I would have been in there. But your girl 40. So he was kind of like, dang, but but it was still cool. And I enjoyed it. It made me happy knowing that it was something that he was kind of like, and I know that in my mind, that's something that he'll never forget. And then going into, later, that would be something that will be a positive experience for him.
Dre, when is the last time a black woman made you feel appreciated or even told you that she appreciates you?
Honestly, besides, Artessa, giving me my flowers for who I am in my daughter's life. I'll say maybe man.
That's bad.
Are we talking about a random person or just a woman?
Yeah, well, just in general. I mean, in general.
Well, I will say this. I will say that the company that I keep, man, they do a good job of letting me know, like, at the end of the day, because they know where I come from.
Right. Okay.
They know my struggles. They know where I've been to where I am now. So honestly, I can say that I got that support. Like, you know what I mean? Like, hey, you Superman, dog. Like, you really doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Okay.
get it. You know what I'm saying? So it happens often. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I was trying to pinpoint one like Artesta did, but I wasn't able to. So yeah, my support system definitely lets me know often, like, yeah.
I would say I don't get it often, or don't hear it often. Not to say that I need to or want to. I mean, it would be nice, but I think a lot of times, and I mean, we can even reverse this and say, the same thing about, us telling Black women that or whatever else. But I think it's just, a lot of people, I guess it almost comes off as I shouldn't have to say that because he already know that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nah, I don't deal with them type of folks.
But yeah, so I think that comes. Oh, I was about to say what in the hell? But so yeah. So next, do you know how you want to be loved?
Is that for me?
Yeah, for both of you.
Go ahead, Arteta.
I know I do. I definitely know how I want to be loved. I keep on saying this tonight, but I want to be loved from a healed perspective.
Okay.
I want my man to be healed and to love me and love me from that place.
Okay. Is that something that you tell them? Like, do you let a man know that, or do they have to kind of learn that?
Reggie, here's the thing. We ain't even got to the place where we even dating for real. Because it's been 5 years and I've yet to, be out there like that. I'm just being transparent. But if it came down to being able to talk with him, I mean, first of all, I want him to be him, right? Because I don't want to pressure anybody I want it to be organic. And I think a lot of times we as women, we always trying to pressure men into being some way instead of allowing them to just kind of really organically be them. But then I just want to tell them, like, look, the way that I want to be loved is however you would want to be loved is the way that I would want to be loved. And really, that's really just being honest and wholeheartedly without doing the most or being fugazi.
Okay.
Well, I know how I want to be loved, man. At the end of the day, understand that as long as a woman understands that my background, right, or why I am the way I am, and I say it all the time where I'm from, man. You gotta have it, and we all know it. You gotta have a lot of grit come out of where I come from. You know what I mean? You do. But with that, I'm also a big teddy bear. You understand what I'm saying? So don't take my upbringing as to who I am emotionally. You know what I mean? Or don't hold it against me, right? Because it's gonna be times where I gotta be tough. But don't look at that and be like, okay, he just this rough ass in the street ass, because I'm not.
Okay.
I am who I am, but I still understand the importance of being emotionally available for my woman. So I expect her to do the same for me and see.
But my question is,
everything that encompasses.
Well, it's so beautiful to hear you say that, Dre. But here's the thing, though: when a woman, and I think men get it too, when the expectations of when you first meeting a woman or you in somebody you really like her, whatever, it takes a while to get to know what you just exposed.
No, well then, but it also for me.
So it's like, what? How do we know? How do we know that that's what you want? Do you say that, or is that
No,
something that we have to figure out? And what is that? What?
I don't believe in love at first sight. So I believe in lust at first sight. I believe in that. So at the end of the day, do I expect for you to love me tomorrow? No. Do I expect for you to love me 3 months from now? No, I don't. It's going to take time. Just like how it takes time to know. You have to grow to love people. And anything that grows takes time. So just like I'm being attentive in what it is, I'm not saying I'm always right, because I'm not. But if just like I'm taking the effort, I'm putting in the time and effort to understand your needs, I expect the same. And that's something that I hope that's picked up on. I do. I can't guarantee. I mean, it's no guarantee that it is, because like you said, like, what does that look like? That's a good question. But I feel like the woman, for me, she gonna pick up on it.
Because it seems to me like both of you and Reggie, you and Dre, y'all face value. Y'all should be married.
They've been married twice. 2 times.
Well, you know that.
What?
Yeah, I been married 2 times.
So it's kind of like, and it goes off what you're saying. You talking about the ratio, right? Right?
Yeah.
So my question is, why y'all not married yet? What are we doing?
Well, first of all, I'm not married. In both situations, I'm not married. Realistically, I can only speak for me and what I did. I wasn't doing right.
You were what?
I wasn't doing right.
Okay. First one or second one, or both of them?
Both of them.
Dang.
Yeah. Dang. But that goes into. But I'm man enough to accept that, and that goes into, I had to unlearn.
Are you man enough to change that?
Yeah, I changed. Yeah, I'm changed now. But at the end of the day, I had to unlearn. That's what I'm saying. You can believe it if you want to. That's fine. I had to unlearn and relearn some things. Real spill. I had to unlearn and relearn some things, right? Because in my family, that's what I was taught. You the prize, man. It's a million women out here. It's only one of you though.
I got it. So you did have male figures, whether they were uncles.
Yeah, my pa raised. Yeah, my pa was in my life.
Oh, that's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and then I had my stepfather too. But my pa gave me the things that I believed. Even my dad, I know my dad is out rock with my dad and stuff like that. But the things that I was taught at a very, very young age, I'm talking about 5, 6.
Dang,
no. It's not what's up.
What you mean?
The things that the things that I was taught at 5 or 6 from certain men, not all of them, but certain men in my life, was you too good to have just one.
Oh,
I was taught 5 and 6 years old. I was shown that at 5 and 6 years old.
Oh,
you understand what I'm saying? So for me, it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna marry you, but at that time, I'm gonna marry you, but I'm gonna have probably 3, 4 girlfriends. Ain't nothing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I had to unlearn a lot of shit.
Okay.
So
all right.
Learn the hard way.
Here's the last one. If you was approached by Mr. or Mrs. Right, or if they were standing right in front of you, would you know it?
Very good question, Reggie. I think because of my faith and my belief that I would, but that doesn't guarantee that I would. Does that make sense?
It does. So why you think about it, I say this because usually because of what we want ain't always what we need.
Come on, somebody. Come on, somebody. You preaching tonight. You preaching, Pastor Reggie.
But I mean that's the truth, right? Because that person could be standing like that. This is absolutely the person for you, but it ain't wrapped up in the package. I mean, for me, it might not be the body that I have in mind that my woman is gonna have, or the face, and I'm like, it could be whatever else who was sent for me. But
absolutely. I hear this all the time, especially talking to my friends, and then the ones that I have that are like pastor friends and stuff like that. They say it all the time, and they're married. Because I tend to get advice from women that are married and stay away from the women that are single. But they say it all the time. They say, the Mr. Right, he just might not be, what traditional women want, height and build and all of these things. He might be, a couple inches short, but he's got everything else. It's the 80-20, it goes back to the 80-20 rule, so but it goes back to your question, because we're wrapping it up. I mean, Reggie, I'm gonna be honest. I pray that I see him. Because it's time out for this foolishness. Singleness is not where it's at. It's time for building. It's time for developing legacy. It's time for giving our children stability and all of these other things. So I pray that I see him and know him, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know to your question. So,
what about you, Dre?
Yes.
See, that's crazy for men though, because y'all have that innate mechanism where y'all supposed to know exactly who that woman is.
Yeah.
Okay.
And to me, that's biblically. A man is supposed to know. There's not one man that I have talked to that is married and successfully married. And when I'm not talking about successfully married where they ain't had no problems, I'm talking about successfully married where they have had ups and downs and still have, gotten through it and did whatever. There's not one man that I haven't talked to that hasn't said, when I see her, I knew her.
Okay. All right.
What you think, Reg?
Yes, I do.
Guess what?
I feel like I would know. Like, boom. Ain't that the song? That's the girl for you, or whatever. Not make condition. What you call it? But yeah, I feel like I would know. I would know. If she, when, if she's came around. But honestly, I felt like she has came around, and I fucked it up. But I don't feel like that's the only one that's for me either. I feel like God is still going to bring, like you messed it up.
Yeah. Because had it been for her, had it been her, it would have been her, right?
Like, I got another one for you.
Yeah.
Don't mess this one up.
But why y'all keep on messing stuff up?
Artessa, we about to get them over here. We'll be here. So to sum it up in summary, for me, to answer that question, that's all a part of growth. Being young, and young, dumb.
Niggas can still 40 and still be messing up. Please.
Some, but that don't mean they're not
messing up. Like, what is going on?
But that don't mean they're. The mentality is not in the space. They could still be in a young mentality or immature in that spot. A lot of niggas don't glow up till 40, and now they want to run the street. They got women all over them. They got a little money in their pocket, and they want to do what they couldn't do when we was like I did. Me and Drake, we did our run around in our 20s and 30s.
Thanks.
So I mean, that to me, that's the time to mess up and to get that out your system.
I'm 37 today. I turned 38 this year. I'm just now figuring it out.
So yeah, in short, to answer your question, that's what I think. But once again, we're gonna get you to let the people know who you are. You can tell them how to tap into your organization. We can get up out of here.
All right, y'all. Hey, y'all, really, please, www.withgodcrew.com. Hit us up. If you want to be a volunteer, if you want to donate, whatever you want to do. We're all about building up the community, building up whoever. It's not about a Black thing. It's just about a people thing. And at the end of the day, we need to collapse this economic social gap that we have going on, and you can help us. So if you can do that, you can reach us again on www.withgodcrew.com, and you can also reach us on Facebook at With God Crew at WGC.com. And I tell you what, we'll be happy to have you and see what we can do and to collaborate. And also, if you can't just be a part of the Winston-Salem, North Carolina crew, then just come and just give us ideas on how we can elevate and help our community on different things, because you don't necessarily have to be there to be. You can also give us information or people that you know or things that you want to see that happens in the community to be able to bridge this economic gap that we have going on. Because the only way we can do it is with you guys and for you guys to get inspired and to get in tune to what we're going on. So I appreciate you guys. Reach out to us. I would love to see you. And thank you.
No problem. No problem at all. One quick question. Now, so you said donate. Like, I can donate clothes. Like, for instance, all the clothes I got that I don't wear no more, or haven't worn, that I'm just never going to wear, I can donate that stuff instead of like taking it to Goodwill or something?
Absolutely. So
Okay.
we're a nonprofit. We're already registered with the IRS and everything like that. So you get a tax exemption sheet as well as. But what we want is we don't want you just to give anything that's just out of your closet, been sitting there forever. We want things that you would actually wear, but you just haven't worn it in the last 2 years. If you haven't worn it in the last 2 years, and it's gently used. And when we say gently used, we're talking about something that kind of still looks fresh enough, maybe just a little wipe off if we're talking about shoes or something like that, and they still look fresh as if nobody would know that they're being worn. And then when we're talking about clothes and things of that nature, what we're really talking about, again, I was talking about financial literacy. We not only need to give them the education, but we need to also give them the motivation and the clothes so that they can go into these interviews and that they can be dressed to impress, to be able to fit the stigma of what they need to be successful.
Okay.
So if you have anything in your closet that looks like that, or if you have anything, and again, I say, if you haven't worn it in 2 years, baby girl, baby boy, it's done, because you just holding it on just to be holding it on to, unless you're a sneakerhead, and then I get the sneakerhead thing. But other than that, we're talking about blazers, we're talking about blouses, we're talking about slacks, we're talking about piece suits that you haven't worn. It's a lot of us that are really, 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 truly blessed to be able to be in the status and in the places that we are. So we need to pay it back forward. We need to give us a chance. And if you could do that, we would love that.
Okay. All right. Appreciate that. Dre, what you got for me, man?
Man, shout out to the home team. First and foremost, you already know. Shout out to you, Artessa. Thank you for coming on and blessing us, man, with the knowledge that you gave us, man. I appreciate it. We appreciate it. Shout out to you, Big Dog, for holding this thing together, man, keeping the boat afloat. And as always, man, myself and Reggie, and for the sake of the episode, Artessa too, mental health is real. At the end of the day, we may not be subject matter experts, but I can show you, if you tap into Unapologetic the Pod on IG and or Facebook, as well as Artessa putting in her information, I can show you, before you harm yourself or you harm others, we will get you the help that you need. Other than that, Big Dog, you know what it is with me. If the toilet, same shit.
All right, Artessa, once again, I appreciate you for coming on and blessing us with your presence.
Pleasure.
I appreciate it. I had fun. This was a great episode. I had fun. This is great. This is good. I like it. We got to have you back on, because there's some stuff that we didn't get into that I want to get into. I want to know how it is dating up there in Chapel Hill for you, as you know, as an older woman, being around, you know,
wait a minute.
That's
you ain't gotta be putting that older on there like that.
No. Well, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Because
you hear your boy. Oh my goodness.
Because you're on a college campus.
Oh, okay.
That's why I say you're so for the people that don't know, Artessa lives on campus. She literally lives in, well, not necessarily the dorms, but something like the dorms.
Right there. You've been here, you know.
And you mentioned that you was 40, over 40, you was 40. And 40. Yeah, so that's kind of uncommon, of a woman, your age on campus with some of these other kids as hell, just out of high school.
Yeah, 18, 19.
Yeah, 18, 19.
My dog doing it, man. I'm man, that makes me happy. That's what's up, bro. That's what's up.
I appreciate it.
That is what's up.
But yeah, I really appreciate you, and I thank you for coming on and rocking with us. Dre, you already know what time it is. Me and you, my guy. I appreciate everybody for tuning in, listening to us, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Give us your comments, your feedback. We appreciate it. And that's how we got our test on. She said, look, you got some stuff going on. I want to talk about. Let's talk. So I was like,
absolutely.
So,
every week we challenge. Every week challenge out there. You don't hop in my DMs, don't hop on YouTube, don't hop on IG, none of that. If you don't like something that we said, or if you got something that you feel like that you need to get off your chest,
come on in.
Come on in. Come on.
But yeah,
Tessa is living proof. She's living proof.
That's it.
Absolutely.
Come on.
But yes. But thank y'all once again. As always, we're unapologetic, we're unfiltered. Dre, Reg, Artessa rocking with us this weekend. Thank y'all for tuning in. We will see y'all next week. We out of here. Yeah, beat Duke.
Beat the shit out of Duke.
You know what it is. Thanks for listening to another episode of Unapologetic, the podcast. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe.
Better follow me.